Well, hey guys, welcome back to Waters Family Homestead. All right, it's been 3 or 4 days of either rain or drizzle, complete overcast, no sunshine. It has just been awful weather-wise. The chickens stayed in the coop most of the time. Today has been more drizzle than rain, but and they've been out in it, so they still look a little wet. But it's cooled off quite a bit. It's too cold to be outside without some kind of coat on. I got this chicken here that's molting. Two more there, and y'all see the pretty little hen that I hatched is right there. She keeps flying out of Sue's pen and being outside. When I open the gate, she'll run back in here. Now, if I open Sue's pen, she'll run back over there, but I'm gonna leave her in here at least while I can and see if she'll settle down and quit flying out of the pen. But either way, the barnyard mix hen, one with the crooked beak or whatever, she's about over the molt, and that not black sex link, the Easter egger that was over there looks like she's over the molt. So that leaves 2 teenagers that haven't started laying yet and 2 adults. And I'm probably going to take that white one out of there, because Sue don't need a whole bunch of ladies. He just needs some company. So probably going to take that white one and put over there in the last pen with the white rooster. I've seen her picking at Sue, pecking at him and so on, which is not always a good thing. So, worst egg day I've ever had. With 25 hens, I've never gotten less than 9 eggs, I don't believe. Now, I might have had an 8 day, but I'm not positive. But definitely 9. And it's been dreary today. So I've skipped a couple of days of coming out. I filled their feeders up and it was raining and nasty, and I got home after dark and didn't want to come out here and deal with it. So I knew they had enough food and water, so I just skipped, and then I came out early, when that was over with, and filled their feeders back up, and none of them were completely empty, so that's good. But this one with the most hens, it was just about empty. So I filled them all back up and got 26 eggs, I think, for the 2 days. Well, that was a little more than average. But there's my new young rooster, all wet. Still pretty. But either way, it's not been a good egg day. Today, I collected eggs about 20 minutes ago, I guess, and filled their feeders up. And I got 3 eggs, y'all. 3 out of 25 hens. So that tells you that the cold weather's hit pretty hard. And that's rare for me to get that few eggs. I've never, that I remember, ever got just 3 eggs in one day. But that could mean a snake has come in and ate a bunch of them and left, or it could mean, they just had a rough day. But their lights still come on when it gets below 35, and we've had a few nights where it got close to that. Only one that I remember the lights coming on, so it's gotten cool. And their egg laying, boy, they're taking a break, and that's fine. That's fine. I've still got plenty. I'm sure they'll lay more tomorrow. Hopefully there's going to be some sunshine tomorrow, and it's going to be a prettier day, although I've got to work. Hopefully it's going to be a prettier day, and they'll get some sunshine and lay a few more eggs. But part of that bad egg laying is my fault. It's because, let me pause this and show y'all. So y'all know I've got all these cans set up for feed, And layer pellets, let's see, I do scratch feed in the first little yellow plastic one. And then layer pellets, layer pellets, layer pellets. And this was rabbit feed, which is pellets. It looks just like the chicken feed, but it's got more bahia or more alfalfa grass in it. And then Start and Grow crumbles. So maybe that was layer pellets, and this last one is a Start and Grow crumbles. Yep. So that had the rabbit pellets in it. And since I haven't gotten rabbits and I want to redo the way I was going to keep them, I've started mixing that rabbit feed in with their layer pellets to use it up, because I just don't want to let it sit there for a couple of years. And of course, it doesn't have the extra nutrients in it that the chickens need to really produce a lot of eggs. So they don't care, they'll eat it, but it does affect them laying as well as they normally do. So they're using that up. I've mixed it with layer pellets, so they're still getting some layer pellets. See, that white hen's picking on Sue, and I don't like it. I broke my little net that I've used for years. On the last one I caught, it busted through it. So I'm probably going to have to grab her when it gets dark off the roost and move her. And that way I won't have one that's picking on Sue. But either way, so that's part my fault why the egg production is dropped. But once that rabbit food is gone from mixing it with their layer pellets, they'll get a boost again and go back to laying pretty good. But one thing I don't like about chickens is they will dig a hole and take a dirt bath in it. Well, y'all see the holes right there. There's 3 of them in a row, and then another one there and there. And when I first planted the blueberry bushes, I had a row across there, and it seems like they're digging holes where the roots used to be for those other plants that didn't make it. And anyway, I need to fill them in. And the water line's buried right here, and they've dug down to it. It's only about 4 to 6 inches, but I need to cover that up before we get any hard freeze. And I've done it once already this year. But either way, it's working out all right, I guess. The chickens are healthy. I still got a molt going on a few of them, but for the most part, the chickens are doing really well. So I can't complain about it. But it's been nasty and can't get outside and do anything. To be honest, it's been too cold to be outside and do anything when I'm not at work. But I did take the rest of the straw, which I showed y'all in, I think, in the last video, and put it all over the ground in their pens to give them a little bit of insulation from the dampness on the ground. And I'm going to have to go buy some, not straw, some kind of hay or something to put in their nesting boxes. I don't like that straw. But either way, I have not gotten an egg from Sue's pen. The 5 hens that were over there, 2 of them are young and haven't started laying yet. 2 of them have been molting, and then the one. Actually, 3 of them were young, and the 2 adults that were molting. So I haven't got an egg from him in at least 3 or 4 days from his pen. And then I've been getting about 1 or 2 a day from the young rooster here's pen with his 4 ladies. Now he's got 5. And that's another young one that's not going to... There's another pretty one over there. She's not going to lay a whole lot. But she may have flew over the fence. I don't know. Looking to see, that looks like her in the last pen over there. I only see 4 in here. Well, doggone it. I put her in here and she flew over and got into the last pen. That's fine. Let her stay over there. I'll end up having to clip her wing to keep her from flying if she keeps that kind of mess up. But I've got a hen in the nesting box right now, hopefully laying, because I don't like a 3-egg day. But either way, it's been too nasty and cold and wet and windy to come outside and do any videoing for you guys. And I had some ideas on doing some inside, but I just haven't gotten it done with other stuff that needed to be done. And I got a project I've got to go do for my sister. So that'll take, I ain't gonna get it done today, but that'll get done one day after work this week. And she got a faucet that needs changing. So I'll go get that done for her. But I need to catch that little white hen and move her. If she's gonna pick at Sue, I don't like it. So anyway, other than that, all the chickens are doing pretty well. I've got one hen in the last pen that's molting, and Sue looks like he might be. I don't know for sure yet. But either way, with this rainy weather, it's kind of hard for them to fluff up and be all pretty like they normally are. So guys, I appreciate y'all following along. I know it's, you know, nothing spectacular, but the chickens are doing well. They are healthy, and they're still doing their job. And I've got a picture of a cat. Now, every night after dark, within about 30 minutes or so after dark, I have a black and white cat that sits right at the outside corner of the pen back there. And I think she's catching mice as they come out from under the walls from coming in eating the chicken feed and stuff. And she just stays there. Haven't seen her try to get into pens or anything, but she's definitely, I've got multiple days, like 7 or 8 different days at least, that I've seen her sitting there. So to talk about how much rain we've gotten, about 1.25 inches, all about 1 3/10, something like that. And I had 2 inches 3 or 4 days ago when I dumped it before this rain section came through. So we've had pretty close to 3.5 inches of rain within the last week, and that's quite a bit. But either way, I appreciate y'all following along. When the weather clears up a little bit, I will get some other projects done, at least I hope to. And I hope y'all are staying safe and staying warm, and keep prepping, guys. The way the world's going, it just can't keep going the way it's going in our country without some major changes happening, and I'm afraid that's not going to be some good stuff. So thank y'all. I really do appreciate you. Remember what I always tell you: Jesus Christ loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe. Be prepared.